Hi there, my name is Chris Macdonald. I'm delighted to be delivering one of the vertical option studios this fall semester, open to both MArch and MLA students. The title of the studio is Cities, Precincts, Buildings, and Vignettes, making it clear that we will proceed across various scales with various points of emphasis, and using the Skeena Terrace precinct of Vancouver as the primary site of inquiry. More about that in a minute. Well, it's our habit to think of buildings and even landscapes as singular artifacts. They, in fact, negotiate a place within innumerable expansive systems. The studio will observe the way in which the design project per se is situated in complex social, political, and geographic logics. While perhaps an engagement with natural systems seems preeminent and urgent, other systems make their case for consideration. These vary according to intended use, concerns related to ownership, site conditions, and of course, the vicissitudes of politics. In every case, the material presence of landscapes, buildings, and urban structures reveal the underpinning stories that shape our lives. These first two images compare two neighborhoods in Barcelona. Those of Barceloneta on the left and the Cerda example on the plan on the right. In observing these two iconic and very distinct precincts, we're also observing something of the political history of the city of Barcelona. Now, some sense of what we're doing over the term. In our first exercise, we'll observe some remarkable examples of where publicly funded social housing formed an alliance with urban design and planning to create relatively large-scale enclaves within historic urban structures. These first precedent studies include the following, arranged here in the historical order of completion with a brief intimation of the stories that reside there. So first off is the famous Waisenhof estate in Stuttgart, done by various architects in 1927 under the leadership of Mies van der Rohe. This estate was a demonstration project advertised as a prototype of future workers' housing. 1961, the Hallen Estates in Bern by Atelier 5. Constructed as a cooperative alternative ownership model in true Swiss manner, requiring full consensus among the occupants to make decisions regarding buildings, including any maintenance concerns. This is Lafayette Park in Detroit by Mies van der Rohe in 1956. A large tract of post-war urban renewal. The project with its now mature landscape surrounding serves as an exemplary instance of modern urban theory. Here, the social housing in Porto by Álvaro Siza, constructed over a period of time from 1973 to 78. And it was built as one component of the so-called Carnation Revolution in Portugal. And this project sees the confident design skills of Siza very actively engaged with local community interests. And finally, the Cité de Grand Parc in Bordeaux by Lacaton and Vassal. Status quo thinking by the local authority imagined that existing structures would be demolished and replaced. The architects in turn proposed the lamination of new and better performing construction onto the existing frame, allowing tenants to continue to inhabit their dwellings while renewal proceeded. And here's an aerial view of the so-called Skeena Terrace precinct on the eastern perimeter, northeastern perimeter of Vancouver, city of Vancouver. And this will provide the focus of our attention for the rest of the term, and it's in the midst of a significant renewal process, just beginning that process. Second exercise considers the extent to which the existing building landscape and urban structures might be renewed and repurposed as part of the broader development of the Skeena Terrace project. Here's a 1962 version of the terrace as it was just built. The third exercise asks small groups to quickly establish precinct logics, a kind of urban circuit diagram. Of course, the lessons learned in the preceding study should inform this work. And the ultimate hope would be to arrive at a single collective strategy to provide context for the final studio inquiry. In this throughout the term, but in this exercise in particular, we will be engaged with the client group and owner, BC Housing, the architect of record, Perkinson Will, and the landscape consultant, PWL. In conclusion, individual students, this will take about half the term, in the studio will make propositions for prototypical building and or landscape designs. And then this final image, oops. The Skeena Terrace project invites us to take a position within a rich design tradition while challenging our imaginations and projecting a new future for the site.